People don't care about you. Yeah. I know that might sound a little harsh, maybe a bit unrealistic, but when you really think about it, how much of your life is shaped by the fear of judgment? How often do you do things or don't do things because you're scared of what people might think about you? Like, how many times have you stopped yourself just because of the thought of, other people being there, and what are they gonna think about you? They're gonna stare at you and all that. Here's the truth I have learned. Most people aren't actually thinking about you. I know it sounds a bit cold, but it's also liberating as well. You see, if you walk into a room and you think everyone is scanning you, they might be talking about your hair, how you walk, your outfit, your voice, your laugh, what you ate, what your breath smells like, what you smell like, how you walk, how long it took you to find a seat, how you looked finding a seat, what you did, or I don't know. Basically, it's endless. I could actually go on, but don't want to make this video too long. Anyway, the reality is that everyone else in that room that you do walk into, majority of the time, they're not thinking about you at all. They're thinking about themselves, with thoughts like, did I say the right thing that day? Did I say the wrong thing, the stupid thing? To this person, that person, why is my heart racing? Do I look weird right now? And will I ever find love? Yes, people think that because I think that. And we don't have time to judge other people because we're all thinking about ourselves. There have been times where I've walked away from a conversation and I'd be thinking, ugh, that was so awkward. I definitely said too much. I sounded nervous, didn't I? And then I'd check with the other person I supposedly had a conversation with. I might ask them, hey, did I seem off to you? How was the interaction? Did I seem nervous? And most of the time, well, all the time really, they'd always say, no, you were fine. Why'd you ask? And in that moment when I was talking to them, I'd internally felt like I was having a meltdown, like I was having a seizure, and at any second, my heart would explode as I was speaking to them. And then it hit me. It's one of those many times I just realized that people aren't judging me as much as I am judging myself. Perfectionism and fear of judgment. We want to be liked. We want to be accepted, and that's human. That's natural. But sometimes we let that desire of being liked control us. We let the fear of judgment stop us from doing things like starting new hobbies, speaking our truths, setting boundaries, being our authentic self, or even posting a video like this one. And for what? Approval from people we might not see again? You see that book in the corner there? that one? Yeah. It's a pretty good read. I'd recommend you read it. I reread the first chapter specifically for this video, and there are 3 quotes that stand out to me. Just find it. Yeah, so there are 3 quotes in this book. Subtlety number 1. Not giving a does not mean being indifferent. It means being comfortable with being different. So you might need to read that again. To me, it's not about emotionally shutting down or physically shutting down as well. It's about It's not about shutting down emotionally or physically. It's not about walking through life like nothing matters. To me, it's about being okay with not fitting in. It's about living with your values, even if that makes you the odd one out. Adversity versus purpose. Right, so here is another quote. To not give a about adversity, you must first give a about something more important than adversity. To me, you don't become fearless by pretending hard things don't exist. You become fearless by caring deeply about something that matters more. So if you love painting, you're going to deal with people who call your art mid or below mid, basic, or even copycat, and so and so. If you want to start a business, you're gonna deal with people who tell you it will never work out. And if you want to change your life, you'll eventually have to deal with people who say that you have changed. But you will keep going because your why is stronger than the noise. And not because it's easy, but because it matters to you. Hope that's not too cheesy. Anyway, final quote. Whether you realize it or not, you are always choosing what to give a about. That's that book. Yeah, so whether you realize it or not, you are choosing what to give a about. You might think you're just reacting to life, but you're choosing every day what to focus on, what to worry about, what to protect, what to build, and what to let go. So you're always choosing, and when you are choosing, choose you. Choose peace over people pleasing, choose your growth over comfort, and choose your authentic self over approval. The power of owning yourself. You might be a bit too much for some people. I know I can be. You could be too loud, too quiet, too intense, too weird, too sensitive, and that's okay. Because your job isn't to please everyone, and your job is to be you, fully 100% you. When you finally start twisting yourself into who you think people want you to be, you begin to attract people who like you or even love you for who you actually are. And you stop pretending. So how do you care less about what other people think of you? Here's a few ways. 1. Practice being seen. Start small. Maybe post something online. Speak in a group. Share an opinion. Get used to being seen. Get used to the feeling of visibility. Next, do something awkward on purpose. Now, this rejection therapy strangely does wonders. It's worked a bit for me. So ways you can do this is trip intentionally and laugh at yourself. Just laugh it off. Wear a bold red shirt. Wear what you actually want to wear. Reclaim your you, and obviously, as long as it's not too crazy, you'll be fine. Next, spend time with people who value your authentic self. You'll quickly learn that being the real you, can be magnetic. You'll be surprised when you start speaking your mind how easy it is to talk to people when you're not on guard with what you say 24/7. And finally, remind yourself they're not thinking about you as much as you are about yourself. because in the end, everyone is just trying to get through their day. And for the final message, if there is something you want to do and the only thing stopping you is the thought of what might other people think, just do it anyway. Do it as a beginner. Be the one who hasn't figured it all out. Start now, not when it's the right moment or the perfect time, because it will never be the right time. There is no perfect moment, because perfect never comes. Someday isn't actually promised. It's better to just start right now or tomorrow. So just start. Start living your life. Yeah. Alright, I'm gonna get Jim to say my goodbyes, so take it away, Jim.